Good morning everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setup for today. So starting off with Euro USD, and there's a fantastic lesson to be learned here based on what happened yesterday. So trend is down, and as I said, gave you the levels where you should be looking for opportunities to sell into. You can see this level here, not quite exact. There was my previous swing low, and you can see exactly where we got to, 119.532. Got to that and then sold off. Now, the lesson that to be learned here is pretty interesting. So yesterday I said to you, while we were doing the video, we had this section here, and I said this is a pretty good area for a short. And you can see we got the close, short, stop up there, down it went. But then look what happened. Basically, if anybody was holding their shorts up over here with a stop there, it would have been stopped out. But the reality is we are in a downward trend, so your stop loss should actually be above the previous high, that is above the 155 EMA, in other words in this area here. That's kind of the wide stop that you should be carrying for something like this. But often this happens, so it gets triggered, and the bears know it's in place, but it'll be a weak move. So for them that's a weak move because there's a lot of structure here. So what they'll do is take profit and then let the bulls get control, and then look at the next level, and you can see the next level up here, and then start looking for opportunities to ambush. If you just look to the left, you'll see there's lots. Each one of these tails is an ambush area. There's no fractal there, but it probably would have been on the 15. Yeah, you can see there's a lot on the 15 here. Okay, so each one of these tails here, just you put a level on there, you would have had a multitude of levels here, which would have given you a much stronger opportunity. So basically the lesson is pick the higher time frame. The higher time frame indicates the trend. Pullbacks onto the higher time frame bits of structure. So here was the first bit of structure, here's another piece of structure. Okay, so pullbacks onto the higher structure is the one that you win, which is why I draw my levels in on the 8 hour, and then we come back down onto the hour to look for the trades. So that was a valid trade, but it's another reason why you want to be stopped to entry as soon as possible. And even if it started stopping you, stopped you out for full break even, you're still looking for another opportunity to be short, and that would have been up here. Anyway, for today, sit on hands day, FOMC. So we'll wait until this evening. Not interested in trading this pair until FOMC is over. US dollar, Japanese yen, exactly the same scenario. We are sideways at the moment, and FOMC is going to impact the dollar, so we need to wait for that, and that is really messy right now. So I'm not really interested in continuing a trend up or looking for opportunities to downside. We have a bit of a gap today as well, so I'm waiting for FOMC to finish before getting onto the dollar pairs. British pound, Japanese yen, we are still in this channel. We are in this area of resistance. I'm just going to come to the hour so we can see exactly what's going on. So yesterday kind of we're looking for pullbacks, and we didn't really get a pullback, dropped, and we now have the pullback. So we've created a lower low, there it is, and we've come up and we're creating a lower high. So this is still an opportunity. Obviously I don't want to take it now. Wait for the European Open to see what transpires. We do have a crossover here, so we've got a death cross on the moving averages. We've got a crossover of our oscillators, so probably sideways a bit, maybe another squirt up before the open, and then we'll see if that happens. This is going to be a good one for London breakout. Okay, so first 7 hours, draw your range around it, break and retest the downside, short it is, break the upside, long it is. The long target would be up here, 152.080. Downside target would be 151.219. Aussie dollar, US dollar, another US dollar pair. Look at it, we are sideways. There is absolutely no reason to be trading this right now. And if we look at the 1 hour, that's even worse. That's proper bob wire. Look at that, above and below the moving averages. There's no clear direction. There's no reason to be trading this sitting on the side. Euro pound, another very interesting one. So we kind of got going on the lower time frames. We'll get there, but look at this massive engulfing bar on the 8 hour back onto structure. I would suspect the trend is down, you should be looking for shorts. So this little, what was looking like a reversal, it's another valuable lesson here is it's not a reversal until your higher time frames conformed and reverses as well. So the lower time frames, it'll just be a pullback. So if you look at the hour, you'll see what I mean. So we had the structure, and then you start get going and you think, wow, we're going to the moon. And look what happens. Oscillators start grouping to the upside. We get to a level exhaustion bar, the level pin bar. That would have been a pretty good entry for a short because the bigger trend is down, and you can see what happened. Reversed all the gains down into structure, and now we're having a situation where the oscillators are starting to separate, and if they cross like that, you have a pretty big second move coming. So this is one really worth watching at the moment. So pay attention to this, and this is more than likely data. I think it was data. There was UK data that came out yesterday, so obviously the data that came out was negative. So yeah, this one definitely break this range here. You've got a nice structure, and my bias is to the downside. But look to the left how strong the support is. So break, retest, stop above there. First target area is going to be here at 0.85354. Last pair is British pound, New Zealand dollar, and nothing really transpiring here. We're still moving sideways, and I think my idle threats of removing this from my watch list needs to happen. Probably replace it with something else. What do you suggest? Put us a comment in the comments below, and then we'll see what can we replace this pair with. I'm actually leaning toward Bitcoin, but anyway, we'll leave that as is. And that's it for me today. Just watch out for FOMC. For those of us in Africa, Europe, Asia, it's going to be late nights for us when FOMC comes out. For those of you in the US, it's obviously in the day, but that's kind of the view at the moment, and don't see anything else at the moment that's going to drive the market except for FOMC. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.